Hey everyone, Zero Jedi here with the XBLA Fans Channel here. A quick taste of Minecraft Dungeons. It's Minecraft, but instead of building, you're murdering with weapons. And dungeon crawling, of course, because, well, that's in the name. But anyways, as of this point, I have actually beaten the game. It took me maybe about 3 or 4 hours. It's a bit short, but there are, like, higher difficulty levels that you can replay on. You don't even unlock, like, the sort of adventure difficulty until you beat the boss, the final boss the first time. But this is your sort of little camp. You start levels. You start here before levels, and when they end, you come back here. And you got these little sort of traders who are here who will give you an assortment of items from the sort of two kinds of item sets that you can get. You can get artifacts, and then you get armor, weapons, and then ranged weapons, which fall into the second set there, which is the blacksmith and the trader here. But this is my character here. There are no real classes in this game. You do get different types of armor that have different bonuses. This one has 200 health, weapon, boost aura, and gives me a little tiny bat here. And then I have a dog for my artifact. But yeah, like I said before, you get these fun goodies here that have their different tiers. Like that's a rare, that's a common, that's a unique I actually got from the boss. And then I got my trusty claymore here. And as you can actually see, there's enchantments. You get these enchantment points. I'm level 25, so I've had plenty of time to get enchantments. Just to let you know, when you use an enchantment on a item, if you salvage that item, you get those points back. Don't be like me. Think they're limited and just hoard them all for the first like 5 levels because I'm an idiot. But anyway, on this claymore, I actually have thundering, which essentially 1 in every 3 hits will do 23 damage to the enemy and strike enemies around him, and my fire aspect, which does damage over time, which is pretty great. This armor here actually allows me to, when I roll, leave a fiery trail behind me. I don't use roll too much because it kind of slows you down afterwards, and it has to recharge, and it doesn't seem to let you dodge through damage. I was fighting the final boss, and I rolled through a laser, and it didn't really work out. As for my artifacts, I got this little rocket here, which does AoE damage. I got my healing totem. Yeah. And then I got my puppy. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different weapons, ranging from swords to maces to pickaxes to axes to this big old sword here to dual-bladed knives, sickles, double-ended swords, giant hammers, all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, so far this has been a very, very, very basic sort of Diablo-like game. Everything's very streamlined. Like I said there before, there's no classes. You are limited to these like 3 different skills. You don't have like the giant, like the large amount that you get in Diablo. There's also like shock powder that shocks enemies. There's stuff that pushes back enemies, items that speed you up. And those are all on timers. As you can see, I got my menu here, bottom left, you can see like my little squiggly thing. That's my enchantment points. If you go over and below the little statue there, there's another bar. That's a soul bar. Items can collect souls, and then some items require souls to use. I got my potion, which is on a cooldown. I got my map. We're not going to go there quite yet. And then I got my roll, and then my experience bar points and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this game's been fine so far. I'm not exactly sure what it's trying to do at sometimes. It very much seems like to be an introduction to this type of game, but they have these really, really weird sort of spikes in difficulty. Like you'll be like murdering enemies in one shot, and then out of nowhere, some enemies will come in and just kind of mob you, and it'll spawn like 20 or so range dudes who just murder you super hard. The worst offender for this seems to be these areas where you're kind of stuck behind a gate and you have to survive an ambush. If I had to like really pin it down, I almost feel punished for playing alone kind of stuff. It really does feel like they want you to play with other people. Even the final cutscene has like 4 people in it. Speaking of the final boss, I messed him up real good with a crossbow. But anyways, like I was saying before, this is the overworld. I'm not going to go too far to the right because that's like the end stuff. But if you can see down there at the bottom right, I'm at default. There's also adventure, which I recently unlocked, makes enemies harder, new enemy enchantments, rewards are better, and new gear and artifacts and all that kind of fun stuff like that. So enchanted enemies are the same as Diablo. They'll have like gravity well, quick, and regeneration means they regenerate health, they move quickly, and they have suck you in towards them. But let's go over to this pumpkin area. If you'll notice, you actually have these items here. This is actually what will drop in that level. I got sickles here one time. They were pretty nice because I put like, I think I had like lifesteal either on them or part of my gear set. The story is essentially an illager gets his evil orb, starts to take over the world, and yo, you've got to stop him because that's kind of jerkish. But yeah, it's been fine, very simple so far. I'm sure the game would be a lot shorter if you played with more people. 3-4 hours for me. I replayed some levels because I lost an item I really liked, my Claymore. But yeah, it's fine. Great introduction to this kind of genre game. But you're not going to be, after this, I don't think you'll be throwing yourself at a Demon Hunter in Diablo, though. All right, let's go. Enemies kind of depend on the area you're in. You do always have, like, your ranged enemies or your melee enemies. It just depends on, like, if you're, like, in the swamps, you're going to have zombies and skeletons. If you're here, you're going to have these dudes and all kinds of other weird stuff. Like, I don't think there are going to be any creepers chilling out around here anytime soon. And watch me go around a corner and be wrong about that. You, of course, got your spiders, your zombies, your skeletons, creepers. You have mini bosses, which are like invokers or endermen. What else we got? These weird sort of redstone abominations. This dude here will actually power up enemies, and if you murder him, he loses the enchantment. I should be able to kind of do this without dying too many times. So my bow actually, or my crossbow actually has the ability to enrage enemies. Where'd my puppy go? All right, let's keep moving. So as you can see on the upper right, each area sort of has its own little sub-missions that you do before you get to the end of it. And some levels actually do have, like, final bosses. I think there's maybe 4 bosses in all. And then there's, like, this one sort of weird boss fight where you're fighting a cauldron. Arrows are limited, but you get them fairly regularly. And, of course, there is the infinity enchantment. But let's keep on puttering. It's really hard to get lost because, as you can see, there's an arrow pointing you in the direction you want to go. Maps do seem set, but they do have like these little caves you can kind of go into. Enemy and loot does seem random at points. Oh, do. One thing that does kind of upset me, and it's hilarious, is I killed a cow and I got a pork chop from him. Not sure how that works. So as you can see, these skeletons actually have armor, so they're a little bit more resilient. It is daytime, though, which doesn't make sense. They should be on fire. I think I shot a pig. There are no pigs, by the way. I believe they are either cows or sheep. Like I said before, I killed a cow, I got a pork chop. Not sure how that works out, but whatever. Die. So I'm going off the path here, but I think there's either a chest or a cave at the end of this. The currency is emeralds. God, I love this crossbow. I'm able to, like... I don't have enough arrows to show it off now. I can actually, like, tap the fire button real fast. You can roll with the RB or the analog stick. But yeah, right now, just so you know, pausing does not pause the game. Even if you're in offline mode, which is weird. For matchmaking, I believe that you can only invite people on your friends list as of right now when I'm recording. I believe it is May 27th. And I think they're trying to add crossplay with PC. And I am playing on the X. Oh, creeper. And it runs fine. No real issues. The loading is pretty fairly decent. You never do actually go to the end or anything like that. You do not get to see blazes, ghasts, pigmen, anything like that. And of course the Nether, which I was just listing enemies from. I play Minecraft. All right, where are we going? All right, we're gonna head this way. But yeah, like, my only gripe was, like, it's super basic at times, and then it has these really weird difficulty spikes that I'm sure would, like, frustrate children. But then again, they'd probably be playing with their parents or with their own friends, so that might be mitigated. I had an armor set earlier that when I drank a potion, it would heal anyone around me. But yeah, I haven't really played this with friends yet. The redstone level has these mining carts where if you get hit by them, they do so much damage. So that might be a fun way to eliminate enemies. But called me old-fashioned, but I like murdering them with the sword myself. I think it was either this last level, I think it was the second to last level, where there was this one area where you went up some steps and it locked you in, and it just spawned so many ranged enemies and an assortment of enemies that kind of were just unpleasant to deal with, and it almost felt like an oversight, like how like difficult, like crazy difficult the spike was or something. And when you do die, you get like 3 chances. You look at the bottom there, I got 3 totems of undying, and the area it actually brought me back had enemies already there, so I didn't have a safe place to respawn. So I actually died, respawned, and then instantly died again. Get out of here, creeper. All right, I got some arrows, so look how fast I can get this going. Yeah. Swinging makes you stop moving. But yeah, it's fine. No major complaints aside from the weird difficulty spike and the weird feeling that they don't like that I'm playing by myself. Oh, this is a thing. Ah! Then he should be like right here to say hi to us. Hey, buddy. You got a big nose. Is that why you're angry? It already does seem like they're planning to, we're going to return to camp. They're already planning to have more DLC, or have DLC already. I'll kind of show you what I mean there. Also, once you be a level, you also get a little bonus chest, and it sometimes has good stuff in it. We're going to go and see what items we can kind of pull from over here. Yeah, I didn't get rid of my stuff. Ooh, new sword. Reduction melee damage and versus... I think I'm going to get that. And then what can I enchant him with? Recycler. Small quiver. Frenzied. Fire trail. So that's might be good. None of these are really that good, so we're not going to really invest in them. So we're going to go to the blacksmith and see what he can give me. Ooh, a scythe. Exploding crossbow. Ooh, new claymore. So weakening would be nice. Thundering's good. So we're going to replace that guy. There we go. And then a scythe. So that gathers souls. It has... It's nah. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. 55 melee damage. So it's like a standard one, whatever. So as you see out there, I have 5 enchantment points. I'm going to salvage this. That's going to give them all back to me. That's a great idea. So we're going to do weakening, and then we're going to do thundering, and there we go. Also, if you salvage something, come on. And you can undo it if you messed up like I have done once. I didn't notice that. I was mass salvaging stuff. But yeah, you can kind of also kind of wander around the area. They'll have a chest with emeralds in them. Yeah, that's a perfect example right there. Hey, buddy. Those seem to appear as you progress more into the game. Also, there is apparently a secret level, but we're not going to go too far into that. There are switches and then other switches you need to activate. But let's go to the map and go over here. But yeah, like Island Realms. Portal is currently closed. The islands maps and 2 brand new adventures will be available for purchase soon. So it looks like they already have stuff in the works. But yeah, look at that creeper. I don't know what that is. That's a weird looking thing. Anyways, I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA fan channel. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, ask them down in the comments below. Game's fine. It's weird with the difficulty spikes, but I'm sure that those are only almost trivialized if you're playing with other people. But yeah, you could probably finish this easily in one sitting, maybe more than once. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye, everyone. Minecraft Dungeons. No, I would say get crafting, but there is no crafting. Get killing.